My left leg, on the other hand, my knee basically bent all the way backwards, and in doing that it dislocated itself and it ripped the ligaments and the tendons in half. It literally severed them. So my leg was pretty much, for lack of better terms, it was fucked. And so the impact was so intense it knocked my tennis shoes off. So the track was upside down. Both my legs, basically from the knees down, are just totally screwed. I was knocked out instantly because of the blow to the side of my head. And I'm amazed that the blow to the side of my head didn't crack my head open or kill me. But it didn't. My little sister, and this is a huge factor of why I'm still alive, traveling. I don't travel alone. My little sister and my mom and my niece and my son's rats, his little pet rats that we used to travel with, were all in a rent-a-car directly behind me. I was the lead vehicle. So I hit the black ice, I spun around, flipped, rolled, crashed. And then the other car behind us, my little sister was driving the vehicle, and from what she says, they saw it. They literally saw it happen. They said they saw taillights go on, and then they saw this car, and Sarah said it was like one of those movies. It was like the world was just spinning in circles, and it was silent, and you saw what was going on, and you were just completely in disbelief that it was happening. My mom talks about it, and all she can remember thinking was, that's my daughter. And so my little sister said that she went to go open up the side door, and mind you, they're driving like 65, 70 miles an hour behind me. Sarah said because she saw it all happening at once, she slowed down, and thank God she did, because my mother tried to open up the side door, the passenger door, to try to jump out. It was mother's instinct. Not that that was an intelligent thing to do, but a mother's instinct, when it is that powerful, is to try to save your child. And so she naturally went to jump out of the vehicle to do so. My little sister said she had to basically slow down the vehicle and grab my mother and hold her in the car. They did slow down enough that when they hit the ice, they skid all over the place and slid all over the place, and they were able to basically veer off the side of the road and finally stop. Now, when they got out of the vehicle, there were no sounds, there was nothing. It was dead silence. There was dirt flying in the air and tire wheels spinning. There was no sound whatsoever. There was no response from me at all. My little sister said that she finally eventually heard crying, and she found Donovan and plucked him up and put him in the car that they were in. And they went to me, and the only thing they could see was my left toe that was in its socks, barely hanging out of the driver's side window. They couldn't, no matter how low they got to the ground, they couldn't see inside. And there was no response, and that went on for what seemed like probably forever. In real life, it was about 5 to 10 minutes of nothing. Eventually, I did come to. All I remember is knowing I was going to crash. I felt like the car was spinning, but I couldn't see what was going on. It was really blurry. And for me, I remember letting go. It was like I knew that I was going to crash, but there was also this innate feeling that I would be okay. And I didn't know why, and I didn't question it. I just took my foot off the brake, and I let go of the steering wheel, and I literally allowed myself to crash. I literally surrendered to the moment. I knew I was fucked. I don't know. When I woke up to the sound of my mother crying and screaming over the death of her daughter. That was literally, and to this day that sound freaks me out. I don't like the sound of my mother's crying because it does trigger that for me. It's a horrible sound. It's a really, really horrible sound to think. The sound of your mother wailing in tears frantically because her daughter's dead.